Hello, this is Sean with Blademate Lawn Care. Welcome to part 2. So I've finally gotten around to finishing up the backyard for this person. If you missed part 1 of this series, I'll leave the link in the description. For anyone who isn't aware of the context of this one, I was driving past this house on occasion and I just noticed that it was way overgrown. And to cut a long story short, I knocked on the door, asked the lady if she needed some help with it, went ahead and cleaned up her front yard for her, and I've finally gotten around to come back and do the backyard. I'll link the 3-part series of the front yard being cleaned up in the description there. So I just want to share a pretty interesting story. I was just having a conversation with a client and she mentioned something to me which made me just want to give her a big hug. So she was telling me a story about how several years ago she took in a girl who had been from an abusive home. This girl was a friend of her son, from an abusive home, found herself without a home. She wasn't welcome in that house anymore. As a 16-year-old kid, that's not a good place to find yourself in. Anyway, so this lady took this girl in, essentially raised her as a daughter, finished her schooling, etc., and she's gone on to have a great life as an adult, and is always a part of that family. Now, the reason I mention this is because I've never seen a better example of karma. The reason I mention that is because if you call my 3-part series, at the end of it, I said this: I have in my life needed help from people. Now, I was actually referring to a period in my life as a teen, also as a 16-year-old. My story happens to parallel that girl's story almost identically. My parents separated when I was young. It was a bit of a turbulent upbringing. I found myself unwelcome in both of their homes at the age of 16. I'm not going to go into too many details about my background. However, I was fortunate enough to be taken in by family, finished my schooling. Well, when she told me that story, I just wanted to hug her because it really hit so close to home. And the reason I think that karma is such a big thing, or call it coincidence, either or, it's the fact that the person that came and knocked on her door and offered to help has the exact same story as someone that she had helped in the past. And yeah, so anyway, let's get back to work, guys. So if you saw part 1, you recognise this bit that I cleared out. Just over the fence here, all the dirt is kind of just through rain or dogs digging or whatever it is. It's all made its way into there. Obviously I only kind of cleared it out to there. First thing I'm going to do today is just get rid of all this dirt and go and put it in some dog holes. The reason I'm doing that first is just so that when I drag all the stuff, all the debris, branches, etc. through that driveway area that I've cleared, I'm not going to be dragging all that mud with me, so I'll go ahead and sort that out first. There's one or two dog poos in here, but there is a smell that's going to outlast religion. Alrighty, that'll do for today. Unlike in the last video when I said I was going to continue tomorrow, this time I actually am, because I've actually gone ahead and hired a big slasher, you know, the brush hog. So I'll do a tip run, take that to the tip in the morning, and by then it'll be time to go and pick up the big old slasher, and then we can get stuck into all the fun stuff. Alrighty, so there's still a lot more work that could be done to this place. It's by no means a landscaped piece of lawn pulling out here. However, I'm satisfied with my day's work today, and obviously it's quite a big turnaround from what it was, and I've no doubt that when the client gets home she'll be happy as well.